In the heart of East Africa, where the vast, sun-drenched savannas of the continent meet the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, lies a nation of profound natural beauty and deep cultural resonance. It is a land defined by its iconic landscapes, the snow-capped peak of a dormant volcano, the endless plains teeming with wildlife, and the spice-scented shores of ancient trading islands. This is a land of immense scale and quiet, human moments. This is Tanzania. From above, it is a tapestry of dramatic geography. The Great Rift Valley carves a path through its heart, cradling vast, shimmering lakes. The Serengeti stretches to the horizon, a sea of grass that hosts one of the planet's last great migrations. And rising from the plains, solitary and immense, is Mount Kilimanjaro, the roof of Africa. Its coastline is a world away, a gentle sweep of palm-fringed beaches and mangrove forests, where the rhythm of life is governed by the monsoon winds and the gentle lapping of the tide. But to look closer, beyond the postcard images, is to discover a nation of over 120 distinct ethnic groups, a society built on the foundations of community, tradition, and a quiet, unyielding resilience. This is a story not of a safari adventure, but of home. A story of the deep and abiding connection to the land that sustains, to the families that anchor, and to the shared culture that unites the people who live here. This is the story of daily life in Tanzania. The rhythm of daily life in Tanzania is tuned to the rising sun. In the cool, clear light of dawn, the country stirs. In the bustling commercial hub of Dar es Salaam, the day begins with the call to prayer, echoing from minarets, mingling with the growing hum of traffic. Along the coast, in the quiet Swahili villages, fishermen are already returning, their wooden dhows gliding silently into shore with the night's catch. And in the rural highlands, farmers walk the well-worn paths to their shambas or small farms, the air crisp and cool before the heat of the day sets in. For many, the morning revolves around the local market. This is the vibrant, beating heart of every community, a place of commerce, but more importantly, a place of connection. Here, the air is thick with the scent of fresh spices, ripe mangoes, and roasting coffee. Voices call out in a friendly, rhythmic chorus, negotiating prices for tomatoes, onions, and leafy greens piled high on wooden tables. It is a social ritual, a chance to exchange news and greetings, to catch up on the affairs of the neighborhood while buying the day's provisions. Life is lived publicly, in the shared spaces of the street and the marketplace. The family is the absolute cornerstone of Tanzanian society. The concept of the individual is secondary to the collective identity of the family unit, which is often a large, extended network that includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Homes, especially in rural areas, are often part of a larger family compound. It is here that the core values of respect, responsibility, and mutual support are instilled. Elders are held in the highest esteem, their wisdom and experience forming the bedrock of the family's guidance. Children are raised by the entire community. A neighbor will correct a misbehaving child as readily as a parent, rooted in the shared understanding that the well-being of every child is the responsibility of all. This powerful sense of community is a defining feature of the national character. In the villages, life is a collaborative effort. Neighbors instinctively come together to help build a house, to prepare for a wedding, or to support a family during a time of loss. There is a deep-seated belief in umoja, the Swahili word for unity, a principle that fosters a powerful social safety net. Even in the more anonymous urban sprawl of cities like Mwanza or Arusha, this spirit persists in smaller neighborhood communities, where people from the same region or tribe often settle together, recreating the familiar village support system in an urban setting. Life moves at a human pace, unhurried, deliberate, and deeply connected to the people around you. Tanzania's identity is a rich mosaic of cultures, a peaceful coexistence of over 120 different ethnic groups, each with its own unique language, customs, and traditions. This diversity is a source of national pride, unified by a shared sense of Tanzanian identity and the common language of Swahili. Swahili, or Kiswahili, is more than just a language. It is a cultural force, born from centuries of interaction between Arab traders and coastal Bantu peoples. It is the thread that weaves the nation together, allowing a Maasai warrior from the northern plains to converse easily with a fisherman from Zanzibar. Along the coast and on the islands of the Zanzibar archipelago, Swahili culture is at its most potent. It is a culture shaped by the sea, a graceful and sophisticated blend of African, Arab, Persian, and Indian influences. This is visible in the architecture of Stone Town, with its labyrinthine alleys, intricately carved wooden doors, and coral stone houses. It is felt in the unhurried pace of life, in the importance of courtesy and hospitality, and in the deep Islamic faith that underpins the social fabric. In the interior, a vast array of tribal traditions continues to thrive. For the Maasai of the northern plains, life remains deeply connected to their semi-nomadic, pastoralist heritage. Their wealth is measured in cattle, and their culture is rich with ceremony and ritual, from the warrior initiations to the vibrant, rhythmic singing and dancing. For the Chaga people who live on the fertile slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, life is built around the cultivation of coffee and bananas, with a complex system of family land ownership passed down through generations. These traditions are not relics of the past. They are living, breathing aspects of the present, adapting to the modern world while holding fast to the ancestral values that give them meaning. Religion plays a central and visible role in daily life. Christianity and Islam are the two dominant faiths, and their holidays and festivals are important national events. Churches and mosques are prominent features in every town and city, and faith provides a strong moral and spiritual compass for the majority of the population. Music and dance are integral to every facet of life, from religious ceremonies to social celebrations. Traditional drumming, folk songs, and the energetic movements of tribal dances are a constant presence, while the modern, upbeat sounds of bongo flava, a uniquely Tanzanian blend of hip-hop and R&B, are the soundtrack of urban youth. This is a culture of immense pride, a quiet confidence in a heritage that is both diverse and unified, ancient and constantly evolving. The Tanzanian economy is rooted in the land and the sea. Agriculture is the backbone of the nation, employing the vast majority of the population. For millions of families, life is defined by the rhythms of planting and harvesting. On the fertile slopes of Kilimanjaro and Mount Meru, farmers cultivate high-quality Arabica coffee, while the regions around Lake Victoria are known for their cotton. Throughout the country, small-scale farmers grow maize, rice, cassava, and beans, the staple foods that feed the nation. It is a life of hard, physical work, dependent on the seasonal rains and subject to the uncertainties of a changing climate. Along the extensive coastline and on the shores of the Great Lakes, Victoria, Tanganyika, and Nyasa, fishing is a primary way of life. In villages from Bagamoyo to Mwanza, the daily return of the fishing boats is a focal point of the economy. The catch, from small silver dagar in Lake Victoria to tuna and snapper in the Indian Ocean, is sold in bustling local markets or transported to the cities. Tourism is a major and growing sector of the economy, centered around the country's world-renowned national parks. The Northern Circuit, which includes the Serengeti, Ngorongoro Crater, and Mount Kilimanjaro, attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. This industry provides crucial employment for guides, drivers, hotel staff, and the many small businesses that support it. In Zanzibar, tourism is focused on the historic stone town and the idyllic beaches, creating opportunities but also presenting the challenge of preserving the unique culture and fragile environment. In the cities, a different economic life unfolds. Dar es Salaam is the nation's commercial engine, a bustling port city where small businesses and informal enterprises thrive. A growing number of young, educated Tanzanians are finding work in sectors like telecommunications, banking, and construction. Yet for many urban dwellers, work is a daily hustle, a constant effort to find opportunity in a competitive and often challenging environment. It is an economy of contrasts, where modern industry exists alongside time-honored ways of making a living, all of it a testament to the industrious and entrepreneurial spirit of the people. Tanzanian food is a direct and honest reflection of its culture and geography, hearty, flavorful, and centered around fresh, local ingredients. The cuisine is built on a foundation of staple starches that provide energy for a day of hard work. The undisputed national dish is ugali, a thick, stiff porridge made from maize, sorghum, or cassava flour. It is more than just food. It is a cultural symbol. Eaten with the hands, it is used to scoop up accompanying stews of meat, fish, or vegetables. Rice, or wali, is also a beloved staple, especially along the coast, where it is often cooked with coconut milk to create a fragrant and savory base. For special occasions, this is transformed into pilau, a delicious one-pot dish, where the rice is simmered with a complex blend of spices like cardamom, cinnamon, and cloves, along with meat or chicken. Grilled meat, known as nyama choma, is a national obsession. It is a social food, often enjoyed at open-air eateries, where friends gather for hours, talking and relaxing, while goat beef or chicken is slow-roasted over hot coals, served simply with salt and a side of fresh tomato and chili relish. It is a celebration of simple, high-quality ingredients. The coastal and island cuisine of Zanzibar is a world of its own, infused with the spices that once made the island a global trading hub. Seafood is abundant, with grilled octopus, coconut-based fish curries, and fresh calamari featuring prominently on every menu. The flavors are a tantalizing mix of African, Arab, Indian, and even Portuguese influences. Tropical fruits are a part of daily life, with markets overflowing with sweet mangoes, pineapples, papayas, and at least a dozen varieties of bananas. Home cooking is the heart of the nation's food culture. Meals are a communal affair, a time for the family to gather and share the day's events. The kitchen is often a simple space, with many dishes still prepared over a charcoal stove or an open fire. Tea, or chai, is a cherished ritual, often brewed strong and sweet with milk and spices like ginger, and cardamom. It is a gesture of hospitality, a drink to be shared with guests at any time of day. At its core, Tanzanian food is about community. It is about fresh, wholesome ingredients, shared meals, and the simple, profound pleasure of feeding the people you love. To understand life in Tanzania is to understand its profound connection to the natural world. The landscape is not a passive backdrop. It is an active, powerful force that shapes livelihoods, culture, and the national spirit. For the majority of Tanzanians who live in rural areas, the environment is their farm, their pharmacy, and their sanctuary. The rhythm of life is dictated by the two rainy seasons, which determine when to plant and when to harvest, and the long dry season, which is a time of patience and conservation. The vast savannas of the Serengeti and Tarangire are not just tourist attractions, they are the ancestral lands of pastoralist peoples like the Maasai, whose entire way of life is built around the seasonal migration of their cattle in search of grass and water. This intimate knowledge of the land, passed down through generations, represents a deep and practical harmony with the environment. Mount Kilimanjaro is a source of immense national pride, a powerful symbol of beauty and endurance. For the Chaga people who live on its slopes, the mountain is a sacred provider. Its volcanic soil is incredibly fertile, and the streams that flow from its glaciers provide the water needed to cultivate their terraced farms. The Great Lakes are inland seas, vast bodies of fresh water that support millions of people. Life in a town like Mwanza, on the shores of Lake Victoria, is inextricably linked to the water. It is a source of food, a highway for transportation, and a moderating influence on the local climate. Life is lived outdoors. Homes are often simple, and much of the day is spent in the open air, working in the fields, socializing in the shade of a mango tree, or cooking over an open fire. Children grow up with an innate connection to the world around them, their backyards being landscapes of epic scale. This deep, abiding relationship with nature fosters a sense of perspective, a humble recognition of humanity's place within a much larger, more powerful ecosystem. It is a connection that grounds the people in a profound sense of place, a bond with the land that is both practical and deeply spiritual. For all its timeless landscapes, Tanzania is a nation on the move, a place where traditional ways of life coexist with the rush of the 21st century. Getting around is a daily adventure, a vivid illustration of this blend of old and new. The most common form of public transport is the daladala, a shared minibus that plies set routes in and between towns. They are often crowded, brightly decorated, and filled with the sound of bongo flava music, offering an inexpensive and essential service that is the lifeblood of the nation's transport system. On a more local level, the boda boda or motorcycle taxi is king. Nimble and quick, they navigate through congested city streets and down rough rural paths where larger vehicles cannot go, providing a vital link for communities. In the cities, especially Dar es Salaam, the streets are a chaotic, energetic ballet of cars, buses, motorcycles, and pedestrians. In the countryside, the paved highways give way to red earth dirt roads, which can become impassable during the rainy season, reinforcing a sense of rural isolation. Ferries are a crucial part of the transport network, connecting the mainland to the islands of Zanzibar and Pemba, and linking the communities scattered along the shores of the Great Lakes. These journeys are a reminder of the scale of the country and the importance of its waterways. This blend of tradition and modernity is visible everywhere. It is entirely possible to see a Maasai warrior in his traditional shuka cloth, tending his cattle while talking on a smartphone. Mobile technology has leapfrogged traditional infrastructure, with mobile payment systems being widely used even in remote areas. This unique combination allows Tanzanians to maintain their deep cultural roots while selectively embracing the tools of the modern world. It is a carefully navigated reality, a testament to the ability to adapt and innovate while preserving what is most important. For the young people of Tanzania, growing up here offers a unique blend of deep-rooted community values and the aspirations of a modern, globalized world. Education is seen as the primary pathway to opportunity, and the government has made significant strides in increasing access to primary schooling. In villages across the country, the sight of children in their neat school uniforms, walking or cycling to school, is a symbol of hope for the future. However, for higher education and specialized careers, the journey often leads to the cities. Universities in Dar es Salaam, Dodoma, and Arusha are magnets for ambitious young people from all corners of the country. This migration from the village to the city is a modern rite of passage. It is a chance to gain new skills, experience a more diverse and fast-paced way of life, and pursue opportunities that may not exist at home. But the pull of home, of family, and of the community that raised them remains incredibly strong. Many young professionals who work in the cities maintain deep ties to their home villages, sending money back to support their families and returning for holidays and important family events. They navigate two worlds, balancing the demands of a modern career with the responsibilities and expectations of their traditional culture. The great challenge for Tanzania is to create enough diverse and rewarding opportunities to keep its young, educated population thriving within the country. A new generation of entrepreneurs, artists, and tech innovators is emerging, creating businesses and social projects that are shaping the future of the nation. They are fiercely proud of their Tanzanian identity and are committed to building a better future, seeking a delicate and ongoing balance between preserving their rich cultural heritage and fostering the economic growth necessary for the next generation to prosper. The rhythm of day and night in Tanzania is a study in contrasts, a shift from the intense, productive energy of the day to the quiet, communal relaxation of the evening. The daytime is for work. Under the strong equatorial sun, life is lived outdoors. The fields are full of farmers, the markets are bustling with commerce, and the roads are filled with the movement of people and goods. The energy is focused and industrious, a reflection of a society where making a living is often a direct, physical effort. As evening descends, a profound and palpable shift occurs. The fierce heat of the day softens, and a cool breeze often blows in from the ocean or down from the highlands. Life turns inward, toward home and community. As the sun sets in a spectacular display of orange and purple, a sense of quiet settles over the landscape. In the villages, the sounds of the workday are replaced by the gentle murmur of conversation, the laughter of children, and the chirping of crickets. This is a time for family. The evening meal is the central event, a time to gather, share food, and reconnect. After dinner, neighbors might visit, sitting on mats or simple stools outside their homes, telling stories under a vast, star-filled sky. The darkness is deep and encompassing in rural areas, punctuated only by the soft glow of a kerosene lamp or the flicker of a cooking fire. In the cities, the night has a different energy. Neighborhood bars and roadside cafes come to life, with people gathering to watch a football match on a shared television. The sounds of music and lively conversation spill out into the warm night air. But even here, the focus is on community and connection. The quiet nights, whether in a village or a city neighborhood, are a time for rest, for storytelling, and for restoring the social bonds that are the bedrock of the society, ready for the new day. Life in this beautiful and vibrant corner of the world is not without its significant challenges. The beauty of the landscape exists in a delicate balance with the realities of a developing nation. Poverty remains a persistent issue, particularly in rural areas where access to opportunities is limited. The infrastructure, while improving, often struggles to keep up with the needs of a rapidly growing population. Paved roads may end abruptly, and access to reliable electricity and clean water is not always guaranteed, especially outside the main urban centers. Access to quality healthcare and education can be a significant challenge in remote communities. While there are government schools and clinics, they are often under-resourced. The landscape itself, so beautiful and vast, can also be a barrier, making it difficult to travel to a hospital or a secondary school. Rapid urbanization is creating its own set of pressures. Cities like Dar es Salaam are growing at a tremendous rate, leading to challenges with housing, sanitation, and traffic congestion. There is also the constant, complex task of balancing the economic benefits of tourism with the need to preserve the fragile ecosystems and the authentic culture that attract visitors in the first place. How does a nation protect the Serengeti while also meeting the needs of the communities living on its borders? How does Zanzibar preserve its unique heritage in the face of growing coastal development? These are the vital questions that the Tanzanian people and their leaders grapple with every day. So why do people choose to stay? In a world of seemingly limitless options, what is the powerful, magnetic force that holds people to this land? The answers are found not in economic calculations, but in the heart. They stay for the profound, unshakable bonds of family, for the comfort of belonging to a community where they are known, valued, and supported from birth until old age. They stay for the simple, priceless freedom of raising children in a place where the entire village serves as a watchful guardian. They stay for the peace, for a pace of life that allows for a deeper, more meaningful connection to one another and to the natural world. In a world saturated with noise and individualism, Tanzania offers a rare and precious sense of community and quiet. And above all, they stay for the unbreakable connection to home, to a landscape that is not just a backdrop for their lives, but an integral part of their identity, their ancestry, and their soul. It is a connection that is forged in the soil they farm, in the waters they fish, and in the shared, collective experience of living in a place of wild, dramatic, and enduring beauty. It is the feeling of having roots that run as deep as the ancient baobab trees. Tanzania exists in a delicate and beautiful balance between the ancient rhythms of the land and the new pulse of the city, between the cherished traditions of its many peoples and the shared aspirations for a modern future, between the untamed wilderness of its national parks and the profound warmth of its communities. It is a place shaped by the sun, the rain, and a quiet, unyielding, and deeply admirable spirit. Here, life is not measured in grand events, but in the steady, dependable turning of the seasons, in the warmth of a shared meal, in the comfort of a familiar greeting, and in the simple, profound beauty of the everyday. It is a living testament to the idea that in a world that is constantly changing, there is still a place and a deep human need for a life that is grounded in community, in nature, and in the calm, resilient rhythm of the land.